since my head has gone missing, I guess we can't move ahead in the investigation. Okay, continue.
How cruel! Well, I can't blame you for being tense. Come hither, younger brother, and I shall soothe your senses with a relaxing back massage. Meow. Sorry, I can't roll the tongue and stuff, otherwise I would totally do a convincing grr. But I can't roll my tongue for shit, so let us continue on with that. Given the circumstances. Yes, the circumstances, indeed. I think he'd act like that regardless of the circumstances, Yuuya.
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of a jerkbag sometimes. With his poofy butt. His butt poofs.
I am sorry about her. It pains me to think what happened.
Yeah, Yuuya. You should be one to talk. You're a freaking secret agent and you didn't save me! You didn't save me! You should have been there! Why didn't you save me? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have anger issues. I need to go join an anonymous group for ghosts now.
His expression clouds. It's strange. I've never seen him with any expression other than carefree cheerfulness before. Ugh, he's just so beautiful. You've known her for a long time, right? Yes. Do you know something about all this, Yuuya? Well, most of this business is still a mystery to me. It's still a mystery. But I can at least answer the question we face right now.
Oh my gosh! Answers! We never get answers. I'm excited. Answers!
The whereabouts of the corpse, you mean?
The whereabouts of the corpse. Hooray! Mystery solved.
Yeah, that. As you said, this isn't some third-rate mystery novel.
No, sir. This is a New York Times best-selling mystery novel about birds and death and dating. Good mystery novel. Good mystery novel. 5 stars. 4 stars. 5 stars.
Corpses don't disappear, and we won't be having a famous detective show up and find the culprit for us.
Yuuya, I know you're a secret agent and everything, but couldn't you be a detective? I mean, you're a pretty smart guy and you seem to know a lot about what's going down. You're pretty good at finding clues and stuff. Which reminds me, Yuuya, why didn't you save me? You didn't save me. You didn't save me. You didn't save me, Yuuya. Why didn't you save me, you jerkbag? Okay, the anger is gone now.
I'm happy again. I'm in my special place now. I'm so much better. Kumbaya and whatnot. Anyway, the other infirmary assistants and I gathered her up in the chemistry lab.
There were other infirmary assistants? When were there other infirmary assistants? Was I just too enamored by the beauty of Yuuya to notice them? Was I just like, oh my goodness, Yuuya, he's so beautiful! Isn't he beautiful, you assistant infirmary nerd guys? Oh, I'm just gonna completely ignore you and stare at Yuuya some more. Yuuya, I love you. Heart.
The chemistry lab? What for? For one, Sakuya's voice, bleh. For one, well, we couldn't just leave her scattered throughout the school, if only for the mental health of the students.
Bullshit. When did you guys ever care about the mental health of the students? You hired freaking Shu. And second of all, what about the mental health of those poor chemistry students? They're gonna come in to class and they're gonna have a dead body right in front of them.
Secondly, for the autopsy.
Crap. Don't say that the doctor's doing it, Yuuya. Yuuya, you know how could you know what he is, Yuuya. Okay, I'm not gonna whine until I hear who's doing the autopsy. Forward.
As you know, we have two things going on at once. Indeed. The only human in the school was cut up and distributed to the rest of the school in a very efficient manner, might I add. We had FedEx take care of that shit. They are the best delivery system ever. God bless you, FedEx. Ugh. And now there's some natural disaster happening. Yes, natural disaster. Quotes around natural disaster. I imagine you're wondering if there isn't a connection between the two.
Well, I never thought about that, Yuuya. I just thought that there was a natural disaster going outside, and it was pudding.
Pudding natural disaster. Okasan must be thrilled. He must be extremely thrilled. We are, but we haven't found anything.
We have not found a single thing. We are pretty bad detectives.
What do you know?
Everything.
I told you, this is all a mystery to me too.
Liar, pants on fire. And since you're going into a chemistry lab, everything is gonna explode and stuff, so having your pants on fire is not a good thing to happen when you are in a lab full of dangerous chemicals, Yuuya.
Gosh, learn something about science, Yuuya. I suspect that we will have an easier time investigating the murder, as long as we're sealed in like this, though.
Yuuya, sweetie, if we're sealed in the school, and I was recently murdered, then that means that my murderer is most likely inside of said school, and he is out to murder people. So, no, we should not feel safe, and we should not feel that we are in a good position to be investigating, since he will probably come after us and murder us in the process.
But yes, okay, sure, it's a great time to be trapped inside the school. The doctor should be proceeding with the autopsy right by now.
Crapplestein. This sucks. Yuuya, how could you let him do that? Shake you. The doctor's an evil bitch.
The doctor? Why him?
See? Ryouta gets it. Ryouta is the only one who understands.
Huggles for Ryouta, and Huggles for Okasan, cause pudding. You don't trust him? How could you not trust him, Ryouta? He is an angel from above. Beautiful. Of course not! I don't want to think about what he might do to her!
Kiss you on the forehead, Ryouta. Oh, I love you, Ryouta.
I treat him like crap all the time, but I do love my Ryouta. He might even have...
Well, hopefully you were going to end that with murdered me instead of, like, raped me, which reminds me, he's probably macking all up on my head, isn't he? He's, like, making out with it. Ugh. Do not want. You suspect the doctor? Of course we do! Who else is there to suspect in this school? Well, except for Mr. Nanaki, but I don't think he murdered me.
Yes! Everybody knows he's a nutcase. He probably killed her for some crazy experiment.
Bravo, Ryouta. Smart thinking, thinking like an intelligent person.
He is an expert in the field. Who else could perform the autopsy? I'll do it! I volunteer me! Me, the person who is playing the game, who cannot jump into the world, but I wish I could perform the autopsy instead of Shu. Meh. This is an awful idea, Yuuya. But I know where you're coming from, Ryouta. He's not exactly the most ethically minded bird around.
Then why did you leave me with him?
That's why I asked Professor Nanaki to come, too. He should be there by now, if you want to go make sure. Hell yes, we're gonna go make sure, because Nanaki is as suspicious as anybody else. I mean... Ugh. Damn you, Yuuya. Well, you have no reason to suspect Nanaki, but I do as a player. Alright, we'll go later.
No, we have to go now, Ryouta! Ryouta, you were being so smart before. Why don't we go now?
So Roscuro's been gathered up in the chemistry lab, and the doctor and Mr. Nanaki are examining her now.
And you know, that can't be anything but good.
Great and good. Good, as some might say. Mr. Nanaki might not be the best witness, but he's better than no one, right? We know where the corpse went then, but why are you here? He goes to school here? I know he's been missing for a while, because he's been doing secret agent things, but, you know, why would it be weird for him to be here? He works in the infirmary and... I don't know, whatever. Me? I'm investigating under my own orders, of course. Yuuya doesn't work for your system. The system works for Yuuya. The system is Yuuya's bitch. Playing detective, mongrel. Not playing detective, being detective. That, and I have to make sure we didn't miss any pieces. Indeed, missing pieces of my body would be a mistake. Your treasure hunt would be incomplete, good sir.
And as we all know, an incomplete treasure hunt is a bad treasure hunt.
Anyway, what are you two going to do now?
Well, you did tell them about Nanaki and Shu, so I'm assuming we're going to the chem lab.
Probably. Maybe. Please. Let's go to the chem lab. Please? Personally, I think the murder and the evacuation are most certainly connected. Ace Detective! Oh, Yuuya, bravo! Great deduction! I never could have come up with that one! Good show, good sir, good show. I am inclined to agree. The headmaster's refusal to explain our situation makes me doubt his story in its entirety.
Good job, Sakuya.
Indeed. So, Ryouta.
Oh man, Yuuya, you gonna hit on Ryouta?
Oh, Yuuya, you'd argue. Yeah? I know how you feel. You want to find the one who did this to Roscuro as soon as possible, right?
Yes, that would be the plan, indeed.
Yes. Roscuro. Gone for a moment, and suddenly, she was turned into this. Who did that to her? I'll find them and all. I'm going to find the culprit, and I've never felt this emotion before, but now I feel nothing else. When I find that bird, My thoughts exactly.
Oh my gosh! Yuuya is reading our minds! Quickly, put on your tinfoil hats!
He will never, ever be able to break the barrier of tinfoil hats! Unfortunately, this school is a mess. Let us sweep it up and sing a happy song with our animal friends. Wait a minute, we are animals. How can we have animal friends? Well, we have animal friends, but they're the same species. And we won't find anything by chasing after her shadow.
But what if it's like Peter Pan? And by finding my shadow, and maybe you'll find me. Maybe I'm not dead at all. Maybe the corpse isn't real. After all, Sakuya said I was no longer always with the highlighted words. Maybe I'm not dead. Maybe I just went to Neverland to play with the fairies.
No, I don't think that happened, but continue. I think we should try to solve both mysteries at once, whenever possible. We'll just let the night guy get it. Who cares how long it takes to solve this mystery? It's just the death of Roscuro always. Who gives a shit about her?
Oh, Yuuya, I want to punch you in the face sometimes. We should want to solve this as fast as possible, not whenever possible.
Of course, the wall could just be there because of some natural disaster.
Sure thing. Keep dreaming.
That's about all I have to say.
Well, so we really learned nothing from you, Yuuya. We learned that I'm getting my autopsy done by one murderer and one very suspicious teacher, and that the wall and the whole me being murdered thing might be connected, but I kind of already assumed that, so yeah. Continue.
Humph! We didn't need your advice from the start.
Thank you, Sokuya.
You're nothing but talk anyway, mongrel. Thanks, Yuuya. We'll do our best to help.
Helping away!
Oh, and one more thing.
Actual answers? Actual answers? Please?
You might want to talk to one.
And yes, I know that's not how you say his name, but I'm just gonna call him One. It's too much work to remember not to call him that.
In the maintenance office, tell him I sent you.
Yes, just tell anybody that Yuuya sent you and they will immediately comply with your demands because he is a sexy birdie known far and wide and he transcends the barriers of time and space and dimensions, so you're all good.
You mean that antisocial cockatiel dandy everybody hates?
Why does everybody hate him? He's a janitor. He deserves to be loved and respected, MST3K.
Yep, him. Don't worry, he's a good guy.
He's got the Yuuya sexy seal of approval. It sparkles.